Hey y'all, it's Andrea. I'm back with another Sew With Me. Today we're going to be working on this press-on panel quilt. I got this kit from Riley Blake. Isn't it freaking cute? What's a Riley Blake pattern? I don't honestly remember where I ordered this from. If I figure it out, it'll be linked down below. Here's a little box that came in. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. All right, I've got my panel. This should be pretty, I'm planning to finish this in this video. We'll see how that goes. Should be pretty quick because it's just a panel throw. So we've got borders, and binding. And then of course our cute panel. This thing is gonna be 38 by 57. I'm hoping it's gonna fit on the wall in between the laundry room and the kitchen. I don't know if I have that much space though, 38 inches, we'll see. Because wouldn't that be adorable in your laundry room? Bluebird patterns. I did do an unboxing for this when I first got it, but I don't remember how long ago that was. I found it when I was sorting the hoard. First up, we're putting this pattern on first. I mean this border. This check A. Okay. So sides first. Better hurry, 'cause it's going fast. If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. All right, let's start. I love doing small projects like this on the weekend. During the weekdays, if y'all notice, my Sew With Me's are generally large projects that I work on an hour every week. And then I save the weekend for smaller projects or blocks of the month. This is my block on the side I'm working on. I use it as leaders and enders. It's Corey Yoder's Floret. Oh, okay. Thought she was scrunching, acting a fool. She's all right. Oh, shoot. My strip's not long enough. Oh, shoot ya. I didn't cut a whole ton off this panel because it was, the measurements they were telling me it needed to be fussy cut were actually smaller than what it already is. I mean, it was actually larger than what it already is, so I just didn't cut anything off of it. So it looks like it's run the strips. I cut this strip half an inch larger than it needed to be as well. So I know that my panel's a little oversized. But that's alright because it's looks like it's, see there's still a little selvage mark on the bottom, so we're just gonna ignore it. You gotta work. We're gonna make it work. Work it, girl. Alright, let's do a block on the side again. Pull this off. 50 bucks maybe, 40 bucks. I don't recall, but I don't think it was very expensive tall. And I'll definitely keep that little magnetic box to put sewing notions in, probably thread or something of that sort. I love containers. Love containers. All right. See, I'm about, let's see at the end. See, that's all right. That's all right now, mama, any way you do. All right, other side. Normally I would just flip and put this binding on top when I'm sewing, but I really want to make sure we have the same amount at the bottom to trim. So that's why I've turned it upside down or backwards than what I usually would do, which makes it harder to anchor and adjust. The sacrifices I made are further greater. Ooh, bend there. I started a new book. I've downloaded like 3 or 4 at the same time, and I can't decide which one I want to focus on. But I think it's going to be the one I started today, which is Miriam Margolyes's autobiography. I can't remember what it's called. I looked before I came on here, and then I forgot. This Much Is True or something like that. She put it out in 2021. She's only got 2 books, and it's the most recent. She's an actress, if you're not familiar. She played in Harry Potter. She's a British actress. She played in Harry Potter. She played Professor Sprout. Of course, she's done tons more than that. But she's a comedian. So far, I'm really enjoying it. She's talking about her family history. She was born in 41 and talking about the war and her parents and their family history. You know, I love stuff like that, so. This strip is actually going to the bottom perfectly. So, obviously my panel is not perfectly straight. Because this, like butter. Okay, now I've got to press, did I already press? Yeah. Press this border so we can do the top and bottom sections. Now the top and bottom. All right, here's where my stuff's over a little bit. We're gonna have to witchy ways this somehow, some way. I'm going to do it like that. I'm going to pin this. I'm taking it about 1/4 of an inch down so it's even with the other side. Like that. You know, something like this, it's okay if your stuff's a little short or a little long. I mean, it's a panel block. It's going to be fine. It's like the difference between cooking and baking. Baking? No, it would not be fine. A star block? No, it would not be fine. But a big old panel? Yes, it will be. A lasagna? Yes, it will be. Shoot, I should have trimmed that before I got that far up. Goofy goober. I want to cut my seam guide. Oh my goodness, my bobbin is so low. Now you see this pretty print here? I'm going to cut this into scraps right now. Waste not, want not. I keep 2.5, 1.5, and 5.5. I'm sorry, 5, not 5.5. And I also save layer cakes and Jolly bars that are loose. Cut as you go. Don't stick it in a bucket for later. It'll stay there for eternity. Ask me how I know. All right, let's put another block on the side together. Gosh, isn't that pretty? Such a pretty fabric. Press this. Now the next border, they had us cut length of fabric. Usually everything's cut width of fabric, which means selvage to selvage. Now a lot of times Riley Blake likes us to cut borders length of fabric so you don't have to piece it. I did that. I don't like doing that because it's just too cumbersome. Usually if someone says length of fabric, I'll just double my width of fabric cuts to equal it out because it's a pain in the butt to wrestle with that much fabric. But this wasn't too bad. I went for it. Not this, the next border. I'm definitely going to have to change that for this border's out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay. Okay, back to this. Now the next border as well, they want us to do these like weird mitered kind of corners. And they don't, I can't really understand the directions for that. It's not pictured, it's written, and I like to look at pictures. And I'm like, what? I'm just gonna put it on like normal. I could figure it out eventually if I really tried, but it seems overly complicated and not really necessary. In my opinion, you can do it that way if you want. This is what I'm talking about. This is the border. We're supposed to do something about stop 1/4 of an inch before and back. It sounds like freaking Y seams kind of thing. And then we've got to put here and cut and stitch and restitch to get the picture frame border. I don't care about that. I'm just going to sew it like this, like a regular border. Because I do what I want. I found these scissors way too big to hang on my cattail after all, so I put my dull scissors back. Should just order another pair of them. I really do like them. Now we get small snips all the time, but not with these big finger holes. We don't. That's what I like about them the most. This one. And let me cut some more scraps real quick. Oh, I cut that pretty straight for a freehand job. Look at me. Go. Now we can start. All of these strips are the same size, so I'm going to do long sides first. Let me trim this straight. And again, I'm not doing the mitered edges, I'm just doing regular edges. That's the way, got a weird pressing right here that's, there we go. Finger press wrinkle out. Oh, I'm also reading Breakfast at Tiffany's. I told y'all how short that is. I think I'll like about 30 minutes. But I was listening to it at nighttime, and I might just rewind it because I think I was drowsy and all that. And I need to go back. Breakfast at Tiffany's, you said, I think I heard of the film I said. I remember laughing. Now since this, I'm going to cut scraps for this too. I think this was 5.5, so I can definitely get my 5-inch scraps out of it. Yes. I'll get all kinds of backstage action since this is going to be a pretty short sew with me. Show y'all the stuff I usually do behind the scenes. And these will go in my little shoebox. All right, I can't get another 5.5, so I'm gonna cut 2.5 now. And can't cut any of that. I'll cut some 1.5. And I'm only doing this on I'm becoming much more picky about scraps that I keep. 'Cause I used to keep freaking everything. Now I'm only keeping the fabric I really dig, which I should have been doing. You would think, common sense, you should have been doing that all along, but y'all know what I mean. You hate to waste anything. If you get too much, you can't even see what you do got to use. I can show y'all the shoe boxes that keep my scraps in all. Let's pull out this Charms. These I got from an old subscription I used to get called Coffee and Classics, something like that. They don't do it anymore. I love that subscription. You'd get a classic book and all this stuff that went along with it, and they all came in these adorable heavy-duty cardboard boxes with name tags. So this is my Charms, my 5-inch blocks. I've got my low volumes on one side and my prints on the other. This is one shoebox of scraps for each cut is all I keep. I'm not going to keep more than that. I've never had to get another box out, and I don't want to. That's plenty. Okay. Pull it off. Wait, this goes, well, these aren't going to go together, they're too similar. Talk it to myself. I hear the secrets that you keep when you're talking in your sleep. Here's a finished strip. I hear the secrets that you keep when you're talking in your sleep. Other side. While I was looking through in the living room to the right of me when I'm doing unboxings is where 2 of my quilty carts are, and in front of it is all of my quilty giveaway stuff that I put to the side for giveaways when I'm unboxing. I can't even get to those carts. There's so much giveaway stuff in front of them. And I just started kind of like picking up stuff and looking at it. And oh my God, this is going to be the best sorting video when we get to that ever. I was just like, ooh, ah. There's so much stuff over there, y'all. We're gonna have to get no, I got that net camera now. I forgot. Yeah, that one's good. I filmed those way before you see them, by the way. Because like one of those videos you haven't even seen yet, I don't think, I pull out this kit. I don't even think that's up yet. So just know that those are all recorded earlier. Saved up for when I need a video put up. So I haven't been getting hardly any boxes lately. I know I put up all my, well, they're not all put up yet, but I filmed all my granddaddy's letters that I've been reading from World War II. Hardly anybody is listening to those or watching those. Like a few hundred maybe at the most. Those are some of my favorite videos. I wish y'all loved them. But anyway, I was thinking, I have another war letter I need to read from the other side of the family. It was actually written to me by my great uncle, my paternal grandmother's brother. All 5 of her brothers were in World War II. It's on my dad's side. Now, when I was doing a class report, I think in 6th grade on World War II, I wrote him a letter and asked him to tell me about what he did in World War II for my report. And he sent me like this. It was this size paper, but I don't know, 6 or 7 pages of it, detailing everything he did in World War II and where he fought. And at the time, you know, I was 12. I did not and could not fully appreciate that, but I did know enough that I would someday and to keep it. And I have, and it's wonderful. And I'm going to read that to y'all too. He was actually in the U.S. He was technically in the USO, because my grandmother's family, they're all very musical, very musically talented, could play instruments by ear. My grandmother could never read music, but she could get the piano and the organ and just play anything she heard. And then he actually was a professional songwriter and lived in California, as an adult. So he performed in the USO, but he did also have to go with the troops some, and he was in Patton's tank battalion, or whatever that was called. He was in General Patton's tank brigade, or whatever. Hey, baby. What you got? Hello? Stella? Stella's cleaning out her room still, so she keeps bringing things in here she's found. Maybe that was P2 and I thought it was Stella. It's been a long time since I've read that letter too, so I can't wait to film that. Shall we cut scraps again? I think we got plenty of time. I love these Creative Notions rulers. They're my absolute favorite. Not Creative Notions. Creative Grids. Creative Grids rulers are my favorite. And I love how one side is solids, flip side is halves. It's very, very convenient. Not only rulers I'm keeping these days is my Creative Grids, except for my Creative Notion square up rulers. Now those are equally an arm and a leg attachment to me. Oh, good. We got 3 good cuts for this. There we go. Definitely save those. Put those in my box in a second. Let's make some more of this. Hello? That was the cold one. Stella, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, these kids are driving me bonkers, y'all. Okay, let's press this, and then we can do the top and bottom. I've got so much stuff over here. I need to clean this cup out. It runneth overs. I need to just put the tools I actually use every day in there. Need. Lots of stuff I need to do.
You want these?
What is it?
Just flavors.
Oh. Flavors of circle? Yes. Yeah, I do. You want this basket?
No.
Okay, just leave the whole thing. I can use that basket. Thank you, ma'am. Still this. Do y'all know I have never in either of my kids' lives told them to clean their rooms? I'm thinking back on it, never have I made them or told them to clean their rooms. She's doing that on her own right now. Which hers wouldn't be near as bad as it is right now, but it's my fault because I keep giving her all this cool stuff that I get in boxes. So she's like snowballed in with stuff that we're all trying to declutter and get stuff out. Sam did his whole room when Stella and I were in Florida. Janie came over and helped him, and he like gutted his room just about. Okay. We're going to get a lot of scraps on this one. I'm able to use this strip on the top and bottom when I cut the extra. I don't even have to use that other strip I cut. If I don't use the other strip, I won't cut it into scraps because it's a pretty big piece this is. I'll just fold it up and put it with the rest of the fabric that's left over. Because for some reason I gave a bunch extra of this. The other border and the binding, there was only this much extra. But this, I mean, I've got probably a freaking yard extra of it. Isn't that weird? I'm not complaining because it's pretty. I'll use it. But it's just weird. Oh, I could probably back it with that, honestly. There's probably enough that I could do the entire backing, but I'm not wasting that pretty fabric on backing for a wall hanging. I'll use plain white because it's never going to see the light of day. Okay, I'll cut this. Oh, hold on a second. I feel like Edward Scissorhands when I use these long, metal, heavy scissors. I feel like a professional tailor. The sound of this cutting fabric is so satisfying too. Okay, it's not going to be big enough. Yes. Why are you just standing behind me like that and saying nothing?
I just got here and I'm waiting for you to be done talking so I don't interrupt you.
What is it?
Okay, well, you know Eli?
Uh-huh.
I went to school with him. Me and him and Brendan are all gonna hang out.
Okay, that sounds fun. Are they coming to get you?
Brendan's coming to get me, yeah.
Okay, are you spending the night or are you just hanging?
Just hanging.
All right. Have fun, be safe.
I will.
Love you.
Love you.
Okay. Whenever I get my sewing room, whenever one of these children flies the nest, whenever that day comes, I'm gonna try to face my sewing table where I'm not have my back to the door, because that drives me crazy, them coming up behind me constantly, scaring me or whatever, you know. Ooh. The only in cold blood reading I could find, the only Breakfast at Tiffany's audiobook I could find, they didn't have it at the library, they had it nowhere I looked except Audible. Audible made one exclusive to Audible. Michael C. Hall reads it, who is Dexter, or 6 Feet Under's David, if you remember that show, which was amazing. He reads it. He does a really good job. He does voices and everything. I can't believe his publishing house has not put out an audiobook for that. Are they nuts in this day and age? So Audible got the money. I only buy things on Audible that number one, the library doesn't have, or it's one that I know I'm going to read over and over, like Harry Potter and Little House on the Prairie series, stuff like that. Oh, and I did buy all of Creatures Great and Small series. I love those books. I've listened to them on repeat as well. I always check my library first, though, for books for free. Most of everything that I listen to is on Libby for free from the library. Another block on the side. Now see, this is fabric saved from a long time ago. I would never save this one today because I don't even like it. That's how I'm getting more picky. I'm just saving stuff I really dig. Okay, that's all she wrote. Let me press this last side and we'll see what she looks like. And I'm probably going to save those two leftover strips since they're pretty long. I'm going to fold them and put them with my leftover. If this was all I had left of this, I would cut it up for scraps. But since I have that yardage, I'll save this bigger piece. Both of those bigger pieces. Let's look at it. There it is, y'all. So freaking cute. And it's going to have the black binding all the way around, remember. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. What do you guys think? Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe if you like to watch Sew With Me. I'll see y'all at the next one.